Fortnite's come a long way from Chapter 1 Season 1, and while we love all the new features Epic added since, we know we're not alone when we say there's a lot of things we really miss. So let's take a trip down memory lane. On today's episode of The Countdown, we're going to be covering 10 Fortnite features that we want back. Before we get started, be sure to subscribe to Arcade Cloud News on YouTube for all the best news and lists in gaming. Now, let's get into it. Number 10. Land Vehicles. Fortnite has had a mobility problem ever since Chapter 2 launched last year. Sure, the boats are fine, there's helicopters now, I guess, and it's great to have the launch pads and crash pads back, but what we'd really love to see is the return of classic vehicles. Who doesn't miss all the fun we had with quad crashers, golf cars, and ballers? The cars were revealed in the Season 3 trailer, and according to Hypex, they're coming to the game on July 21st. So here's hoping this issue will be resolved soon. Number 9. Traps. Traps were a great way for skilled builders to ensnare their opponents and score an impressive kill. And since they disappeared, things just haven't been the same. Bouncer traps are missed even more as they provided mobility, more action-packed gameplay, and some excellent potential for highlights. Sure, if you're not the best builder, you might be happy that traps were vaulted, but the rest of us would really like to see them make a comeback. Number 8. Clinger Grenades. Grenades just aren't a widely used weapon in the Fortnite meta, and bringing back Clinger Grenades would certainly change that. Sticking a couple of clingers to somebody's build was a great way to throw them off before they could recover and continue building. Not only that, but sticking players with a clinger was one of the most satisfying things to get a kill. I mean, seriously, who doesn't love a good sticky grenade? Number 7. Double Pump. This one's controversial, but you gotta admit, carrying 2 pump shotguns and switching between them instead of reloading was an effective way to take down an entire squad. If you had the skill, of course. Combine this with good building, and it certainly made you a force to be reckoned with in the Battle Royale. Sure, it made the game harder for literally everyone else, but nothing beat a good double pump highlight from back in the day. Number 6. Shockwave Grenades. Shockwave and Impulse grenades provided players with a great source of mobility to get out of a hairy situation quickly or to surprise attack unsuspecting players. Now, the game only has Kit's Shockwave launcher, and while the weapon is great, we could definitely use something that spawns more regularly to mix things up a bit. After all, some of the best classic Fortnite highlights out there started with someone throwing down a Shockwave grenade and pulling off a crazy trick shot. Number 5. 3-round burst. The 3-round burst assault rifles felt much better to use than the current 2-round burst guns that you'll find in the game today. The weapons were much more powerful and worked really well for taking down opponents at short range. Now, the burst AR isn't used nearly as much as it used to be, but it's about time Epic did something about it. The 3-round burst was an all-around better choice, and we want it back. Number 4. Map size. Fortnite Chapter 2's map is larger than Chapter 1. And now with all that water, it feels even bigger than it did before. Unless you have Jules' grapple gun or Kit's shockwave launcher, getting around the map quickly just isn't as easy as it used to be. This means that scoring a lot of kills is much more difficult too. We'll often spend a majority of our games walking in one direction, and it would be nice to go back to a map like the old one where running into other players happened more frequently. Maybe Epic can just let us have both? Please? Number 3. Gas Grenades. Gas grenades are still in Fortnite, but they're not nearly as prevalent as they used to be. Now they only drop from marauders in stacks of 1, so picking one of these grenades up doesn't happen nearly as often as it used to. The gas grenades are an excellent way to do damage to a player that is surrounded by their own builds, and seeing them more frequently would definitely add another layer to the game's competitive meta. Number 2. Old weapons. There are one too many old Fortnite weapons that we wish were still in the game. The Mythic Scar, Heavy AR, 6-shooter, Double Barrel Shotgun, and Heavy Sniper are all seriously missed, and that's just scratching the surface. As much as we love the Grappler and the Drum Gun, there's currently only one of each of those in a single game, and the person that picks them up normally goes on a rampage. Adding more weapon spawns and bringing back old favorites would be an excellent way to add some much-needed energy into the game. Number 1. Tilted. When it comes to iconic Fortnite locations, Tilted Towers is at the top of most lists. Nothing was better than dropping to a location with 50 other players, guaranteeing some high-intensity action and plenty of loot. Sure, locations like Misty are still pretty popular, but nothing beats the adrenaline that came from dropping into Tilted, and nothing has truly taken its place since. Considering that there are still a few Chapter 1 locations lingering on Fortnite's map, maybe Epic will finally come to its senses soon and bring back what is arguably the best point of interest in the game's history. And that covers our list of 10 old Fortnite features we want Epic to bring back. What old feature do you miss the most? Let us know in the comments down below. Don't forget to subscribe to Arcade Cloud News right here on YouTube for more of the best news and lists in gaming. As always, thanks for watching.